Time for a little Super Bowl strategic analysis. We go to past Super Bowls, and this time we're going to talk about the strategy in one of the Super Bowls. It's last year's Super Bowl, Super Bowl 49, between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, a classic. And of course, we've already discussed the worst call, the worst offensive play call in the history of Super Bowl. Darrell Bevell calling for a pass by Russell Wilson that gets picked off by Malcolm Butler. By the way, that is Dan Marino you see there in the background as we have our Super Bowl little. That's the only thing I have that says the word Super Bowl on it in our low-tech thing. And now, after covering that famous play, let's cover some other stuff in the last minute that happened that I didn't get a chance to focus on. So let's go right to it. In the last minute of last year's game, there were a couple of interesting things. First of all, we got to see that catch again, or at least the bobbling part of the catch.
But they're not.
Look at that. Look at this catch. Look at Curse. The ball. Curse ends up with it. Oh, and I love Harmon. That's always as much as I love the catch, which is unbelievable circus catch. You have this guy Harmon jumping over. Listen to what Al Michaels says about it.
Over the top. He had a chance to maybe kick it away.
He had a chance to kick it away. What are you talking about? Chance to kick it away? What about putting your body or putting your hand in and trying to knock it away with your hand? Anyway, but that's Malcolm Butler there who's watching as Curse comes up with the ball miraculously. The Giants must feel, oh no, another David Tyree type catch is going to cost us a Super Bowl. And they come up to the line. 1 minute left. Amazing 1st and goal. Now it's Lynch time. I paused it right there because Lynch is disappearing into the hole, but you can see there's a big hole there. Here's 55. There's another guy over there, but that's a big hole in between. There ain't no Patriots in between. This is something Lynch usually would have scored on. Now, watch the efforts of a Dante Hightower trying to make it around this block right here. See my finger? That right there. He's trying to get around that block. He's got one shot at bringing Lynch down. He's going to try to dive at his leg. That doesn't usually bring Lynch down. Let's see what happens. I paused it right at the right time. High tech today, although I can't get this to hold straight. I can never get this straight. He hit his leg. And not only, by the way, how heroic that was, he was playing with a separated shoulder, Hightower. His right shoulder was separated. You notice he's diving in with his left shoulder. That's all he's got left that's healthy. And he's trying to heroically stop the Seattle Seahawks from scoring and taking the lead here in that last minute. Let's see if he goes down. Yeah, Lynch goes down. Now, don't look at the guy who ended up in his hands. 55 he ends up in his hands. But that's not the guy who made the tackle. Hightower makes a game-saving tackle right there. And beast mode is down to the 1 with a minute 2. Now, let's check out how many timeouts. This is where the focus of our SALT production here. Strategic analysis of Super Bowl 49. 2 timeouts left for New England. I don't know if you see the 2 white thingies. 1 timeout left for Seattle. The first thing that would come to mind is what Al Michaels is going to say. Let's hear him. To the half-yard line.
And now New England has to think about taking a timeout.
Now, New England has to think about taking a timeout. And that's correct. That's what most coaches would do. 99.99999% would do. It's the right move. You got to save in case Seattle scores. You got to save you right now. There's 53 seconds on the clock. You got to give Brady 53 seconds to try to come down and get a game-tying field goal. But listen to what Collinsworth says, because Collinsworth correctly recalls. He correctly recalls it, but incorrectly applies it. He correctly recalls Super Bowl 46. Let's see what he says.
Well, the last time we called a Super Bowl, Al, remember?
Ahmad Bradshaw.
Do you let them score?
Yep.
Do you put the ball back in the hands of Tom Brady?
Okay, do you let them score on purpose here? Now, that was the correct move in Super Bowl 46, and we will not discuss that right now. That'll be a SALT production coming up in the next few weeks before Super Bowl 50 happens. But let's discuss here whether they should have let him score. Here it would not be correct. Now, Collinsworth correctly brings it up. Hey, should they let him score? And I don't blame him for not being able to make the mathematical analysis that I was able to do after the game by adding it up. But The only time you let them score is if they're definitely going to score and leave you with no time remaining. Now here, let's say you feel they're definitely going to score a touchdown, fine, but a field goal does not do anything for Seattle here. They cannot just let the clock go down to 1 second and kick a field goal like in Super Bowl 46. The only thing that can hurt them is a touchdown. If you feel that they definitely will score a touchdown, fine, but why not first? There's no reason they can get the clock down to 1 second. Call timeout now with 53 seconds left, right? When that play ended, there was over 50 seconds left. Then now it's second and goal. On the next play, they run it. Let's say they don't get in. Now it's third and goal. Again, timeout. So again, you're leaving you're leaving Brady time to be able to get down the field, even if you think they're going to score. You're leaving Brady time. You used both your timeouts. It's after third down, right? And now they don't make it. Now, let's say they don't make it on third. Now it's fourth down. They can let the clock go all the way down to a few seconds, but I'll take my chances that I could stop them on a fourth down. I'll take my chances. That's only one play. If you've already stopped them on second, you already stopped them on third. Now already, why let them score on purpose? Hey, it's fourth down. We could do it. We can make this. Maybe we can make the hold. So call your 2 timeouts over the next 2 plays, and then on fourth down, take your chances that you'll stop them. So there's no reason to let them score right now. They can't let it go down to a last-second field goal. And as far as scoring a touchdown, I got other options than letting them score. How about 2 timeouts and then making a fourth down stop? Okay, now let's get to the part. What about a timeout? Enough of seeing Bill Belichick with the hoodie. Check out my hoodie. I got it on. I actually got it on. He had nicer weather. We got, I got to give you the cold weather look of playoff football in January. And, okay, so let's see. Let's figure this out. 53 seconds left. Over 50 seconds left. You got 2 timeouts. Of course you call timeout here. What in the world is he thinking? Well, maybe if I call timeout, we give them a chance to get extra plays. No, you're not giving them extra plays. As a matter of fact, Russell Wilson correctly let it run down now all the way under 30, which is fine because they got second and goal and they got 1 timeout left. So let's say they run a play and they do a run with Marshawn Lynch and don't make it with a little bit over 20 seconds left. They call their last timeout. Now now it's third and goal. They haven't got in. And they got time now for 2 plays. As a matter of fact, they got time for 2 runs, as I pointed out in did he really pass? S.A.L.T production. He could have ran 3. He's got time to run. Even if he's only got time for 2 runs, you disagree with me, and you think he's only got time for 2 runs and 1 pass, whatever it is, there's plenty of time to run a second down play, third down play, fourth down play. Belichick, by calling time, would not be giving them any extra plays. Okay, I took care of that. But wait a minute, maybe it's causing confusion now by not calling time. They have, again, what confusion? They're not rushing. Russell Wilson and Seattle used up over 25 seconds now getting themselves settled. They can call any play they want. Oh, but maybe Belichick saw them bringing in pass formation, and if he calls timeout, they may switch to a run. I don't want to call timeout. I see them throwing. What? That's enough of a reason not to call time and not leave your man 53 seconds? Let's say, yeah, he does pass, and because if you would have called timeout, let's say you're right, he would have switched to a run, which is ridiculous to think that he would have switched just because you called timeout. Let's say he would have passed. What are the odds of it getting intercepted? Now, I said in my other S.A.L.T production about the 3 to 5% chance, if he calls a thumb throw over the middle like he did, that's not enough of a chance of an interception to leave your quarterback without 30 precious seconds to come down and get a tying field goal just because you create a 3% chance of an interception, 5% chance of an interception, assuming that he is going to throw it. So that is not enough of a reason. He's got to call timeout here. I do have a conspiracy theory of why he didn't. That that would be there's only if he did know what play they were running, then that would be a reason. If I call time, I may switch off that play. All right, that's a conspiracy thing. You figure out what I mean by that. But anyway, biggest blunder in Super Bowl history till the next play when Darrell Bevell takes the cake. But biggest blunder, Bill Belichick not calling timeout. And now let me just give you the math of calling timeout. What does that do? How many extra plays does that give you? Well, on offense, if you leave your timeouts for offense, every timeout saves about 10 to 15 seconds that it takes to get to the line. They have to rush up to the line. If you call your timeout on defense, that saves you, and again, Russell Wilson let it run 30, that saves you 30 seconds. So basically, you are getting at least 1 or 2 extra plays that you could throw in the middle of the field. 1 or 2 that you could throw in the middle of the field, and then rush up to the line by calling a timeout on defense. And it leaves you time for some incompletions. 53 seconds instead of having 23 seconds, assuming Seattle scores on the next one. Leaves you time for a couple of errant throws and bad throws, which when 23 seconds, you don't have that many plays altogether. 53, not only have time for an extra play or two, I think a play and a half over the middle, but you also have time in case you throw a couple of, if Brady throws a couple of incompletions trying to get back into field goal range to tie it. Blunder by Bill Belichick. He didn't even give much of an explanation. I'd like somebody to comment and tell me that they saw. Someone said, yeah, he gave an explanation. I have not heard an explanation. All Bill said was, yeah, I could have called time. Yeah, you could have called time. You should have called time. And that is a strategic analysis. Of course, the low tech of last year's Super Bowl 49, last minute, with a couple of bonus features in there as well, the high tower tackle and the jump over by Harmon. Why he jumped over that ball when could have knocked it out of Kurt's hand, we'll never know. But that is a S.A.L.T analysis.